上好，晚上好，晚上好，继续看1999剧情，继续看1999剧情，还差，今天应该能看完了，今天不看完也得给他看完了，今天必须给他看完了。世界是一扇门，寂寥与苦寒的荒原，迷失的人们，迷失的以立于乌有之前。这是不是直接寂寂以来能见到耶娜赫的黑化妆
？Where are you going, 37?
Please take care of 6 for me, Madam Marta. I have to go find Sophia.
Die, humans!
Are you all right, 37? Can you get on your feet? Sophia! Did you change your clothes?
有一说一，这事比之前还好看，真的。
I have found my number, 37. Your calculation was correct. As always. You found
品
it!
这方面
That's
重复赢
good.
太多了，确实。
I always wanted to tell you. It is a great number. The number of a herald, prophet, and pioneer. When it was first discovered, mathematics was nearly destroyed. But luckily, it also spurred advancements in the field. Are we still friends, Sophia? Yes, 37. We still are. But there are more important matters I must tend to.
This is ours! The land we discovered!
The orthophyto tus falma. Sophia, your power and your luck.
一把
I
枪10位，
must leave now, 37. Lady Arcana has shown me another path. No! No! Why are you leaving too? Is it because our circle has been broken? But I found the truth. I have the final solution. Just give me a little more time and everything will be fine again, I promise.
You and I are different, 37. Not all of us have the privilege to look on from the sidelines.
Sophia, you...
I will join Manus Vindicte, take others with me, and leave. I will renounce the scripture and seek vengeance in the phenomenal world. Make your move, 37. If you really are the genius who can overcome anything, prove it to me. Stop me, transcend me, defeat me, crush me to dust.
Who ate beans? Why, Sophia? Why must we fight each other?
This was preordained. I am an irrational number, an obstacle in the pursuit of truth. I have accepted my fate, abandoned my scriptures, and embraced the path I should have chosen. Let neither side hold back, 37.
Newly made this year. Uh-huh. Let's get it over quick. There they are. It's another jar? Time to check my calculations. Enjoy! It's wrong! Got you! No! No! This is wrong! I remember it's called...
Why? Why did you spare me, 37? Why did you show mercy? You weren't supposed to!
Because I don't want to fight you, Sophia! Why? Why do we have to do this?
I'm sorry, 37. I have gone beyond reason. Beyond cure. I must have been out of my mind to make you fight me. Your hands were never meant for violence. They were meant for upholding the truth. As for me, I'm the one who clears the dust off the path, as fate foretold. Goodbye, my beloved friend. It is time. Please clean up the beach as quickly as possible. We will depart soon, as Lady Arcana has instructed.
Soph! Miss Sophia!
We all have our own purpose to fulfill, Miss Sinetto. I will not fight you this time. But I will draw steel the next we meet.
瞬移了，直接瞬移，好家伙！
I don't understand any of this. The truth transcends all and is above all trivial matters of a phenomenal world. It guides us to enlightenment and protects us from evil and misfortune. Does it not? This is what I have always believed, so I went seeking for it. It is finally in my hands. But now... What went wrong? Was it my fault? Isn't this how the truth is supposed to work?
The truth has not abandoned you, 37. You haven't used the key yet, have you? It is still coded.
The key.
大卫开始施法。
Lilia has verified Arcana's location. She is still on this island. We still have a chance to stop her before it's truly too late. We should go now, Sonetto. We have 15 more hours until the storm.
— 下一个。 哇塞，这一节22分钟。
We've got signal. Zeno has restored communications with Team Timekeeper.
Very well. We will leave you to it. Just to confirm before we go, the operation Zeno is currently undertaking has been approved by the Pack Security Council, right?
Certainly, miss. We're soldiers. Soldiers act on orders.
I am most pleased to see you. Had you a pleasant stay on this island, Ms. Verton?
哟，你俩咋对上了？
Are they not an intriguing flock of people? Their wise ones drew a circle at their feet and declared themselves apart from this realm. For generations untold, they toiled as diligent ants in service of the circle, adoring and venerating it while shielding themselves from insanity's call. I take immense pleasure in admiring this wondrous figure, the primordial, eternal, immaculate circle. The more pity that it was etched upon sand.
I disagree. The fragility and impermanence of sand is precisely why people strive for something eternal. Believing in perfection is not a flaw. I noticed the human aircrafts were loaded with weapons, not from this era. Did Manus Vindictae provide them with the technology? I can't fathom your motives. If you came here to incite hatred and recruit the pure-blood arcanists on this island, you may now walk away with satisfaction. If you wanted to take the island as one of your bases, you could have done so. after the cleansing ceremony failed. But you did nothing. You just stood there. Why?
Do you struggle to comprehend, sweet Burton? I was waiting for you.
哎我去，还有气泡音。
Enough talk, Vertin. It's time for action.
Mind your distance. Arcana has power over people's minds at a close range.
A pity. I did wish to keep this bangle. Mine and yours, a pair in perfect match. How will you remove yours, Vertin?
What? The island's been blasted to smithereens. How come the bangle still has its power? What is it made of?
Don't worry, Regulus. We have foreseen this. When we first arrived, I was bewildered by the rules on this island. But as I learned more about their scriptures, things began to make sense. Language is an unreliable means of communication. Information can become muddled and vague wording can lead to mistakes and contradictions. That's why the island values math as a more precise and truthful language. They mock language for its ambiguity, scorn its flaws, and ruthlessly expose its inconsistencies, like they did during that debate. The pact on this bangle is of a similar nature.
I see. It forbids us from actively attacking, but what is considered an attack? The rulemaker did not specify that.
An act without the intent to attack will not be seen as an attack. That is the unspoken rule of the peace agreement.
An adorable attempt. Are you truly prepared to gamble the life of thy sworn companion, little pup of the Foundation?
I will not make the same mistake again, Miss Arcana. I know perfectly well what I'm doing. Your provocations will not work on me. For the peace of this world, I will stop you. Premia sereno intenso e infinito.
Now, Vertin,
又来了，
show me how you have...
It transformed. But right now, that's not our goal. My head.
打架
You met
还是
Niall.
The portal hit the ground. Waiting for start.
We'll just stand. See? Not under my the bottom.
Time I
速
showed
速的进行一个加热。
By the
Who ate beans?
this. Stage is complete.
Great. Next, we destroy the portal.
Marvelous, Vertin. You have put on a magnificent performance. As a gesture of gratitude, I shall bestow unto you these gifts.
She just showed up of her own volition. No, something's not right. The arcane skill in that portal is fluctuating strangely.
She's casting a ritual. Vertin, retreat!
No time to think.
What is this? It has more hands than all the members of a band combined.
Timekeeper, there's a gigantic creature emerging from the portal. We must complete stage 2 as soon as possible.
We better finish it off before we start stage 3.
Copy that. This is a critical moment. Everyone stay alert and await my command.
Who ate beans?
Timekeeper, please allow me to assist you.
Another.
Is this creature changing its afflatus to match that of its attacker?
Ha! A mimic strategy. Clever. But we can also use it to our advantage. Everyone, rotate your arcane skills. Make sure we always have the stronger afflatus.
Let's get.
Naughtier than the Foundation's kids.
Miss Sophia. Is the guiding one really not coming with us? She...
Are you saying?
Fret not, my child. You heard me true. I shall die today.
Timekeeper, location Alpha is ready for the ritual.
Location Beta, ready.
Mr. Apple and I are ready.
Good. Requesting to use the advanced arcane skill Afaroi Around, number 000262603100008. To teleport a top priority threat to the Parmenides base.
Loosen up and enjoy the ride. Прощай.
Launch sequence initiated. Starting countdown. 30, 29, 28.
The target has not reached the designated location. I repeat, the target has...
15, 14, 13.
Large-scale arcane ritual detected. Afaroi around, verified. Life signal detected. Target is in position. Initiating detonation.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Vacuum bomb detonated.
No arcane energy detected. No life signal detected. Target eliminated. I repeat, the target has been eliminated.
感觉是个重要的人物。
We actually did it. Admiral, Hans, we made up for what we didn't do in 99.
乐宝睡不醒说
Did we
晚上好
win?
晚上好，晚上好。
It's too
欢迎乐宝
early
睡
to
不醒。晚
celebrate,
上好。
but history will remember this
他说
moment
能坚持这么
and
久。
honor all that was lost in this long battle.
Wait, Hans. You hear that? In your headphones?
Admiral, we might have a life signal, but there's too much interference.
Give me that.
这是 PV 里的那段。都露脸了，能不能进池子？
No, it's nothing. There is no sign of life. It was the wind.
So, that means... a triumphant victory! A salute to you, Admiral, and to the Timekeeper.
Our efforts for peace have prevailed, and we have emerged victorious. Let us forever remember this day for its greatness.
Glory to all who fought for this moment! We did it! Whoa! Woo! Yeah!
弄死了？觉得不会。 一说卡卡尼亚的剧情还没怎么推进呢，全是那个小岛上，现在小岛上应该完结了，然后基金会那个咒语是不是也完结？还是他卡卡尼亚这边？
It will help relieve your pain. Worry not. It's not made from the grapes on my head.
Hang in there, 29.
Are there any other injured that have not been found yet?
I've scouted the island. Every remaining member should be here.
So you have. It means the members not here have joined Manus Vindicte.
Is Six still in a coma, Miss Marta?
To you, O the alone infinite, the non-subsistent, the ineffable, I call. Grant me inspiration of nature. Guide my soul with truth. Give me power of enlightenment. Tear off from the web of ignorance. Redeem me from the evil, hatred, and what throttles me down. Break through the ground of bad, corruption's chain, the carapace of darkness, the living death, sensation's corpse, the tomb I carry. Learn the beauty of truth, the balance and limitations of all.
Enough! Why are you still praying? The truth is gone! Who are we praying to? Who will answer us? For generations, we have searched for purpose and meaning. But now that the truth is lost, what is left for us to live for?
No, the truth is still there. I passed Aperon's test and it showed me the answer. It will free us from the Wheel of Birth once and for all. I just need some time to decode it.
We will do our best to help. But how much time do you need?
I have someone in mind that can help us decode faster. But I need your approval before I ask them for help.
不会结合了吧？不会。37和那个基金会这边。
May I share the truth with the others, 37?
The side effects are completely random. Among the current samples, the probability of no side effects occurring is 0.52%. And of the 81 recorded side effects, 39 of them will cause irreversible damage to the biological body. 24 will permanently alter the composition of the caster's body functioning. And 18 minor effects will cause only minor, superficial injuries that do not affect daily functioning. The class's archives has enough rituals to protect casters from the minor effects, but the other two categories are highly lethal. After 72 experiments, the diversity of side effects has decreased significantly. It is unclear if this is due to repeated testing on a single subject or due to a limited range of possible side effects. More than 90% of these effects are related to concepts such as dirt and dust. Is it because of the origins of this ritual's power? The number of recorded side effects is 86, not 81. When did I write these 5 down?
欢迎跳槽潮，晚上好，晚上好，我摸摸你的屁股，摸摸你的屁股。
Madam Lucy, Zeno's plan was a success. With the help of Team Timekeeper, the leader of Manus Vindictae was teleported to a deserted military base and targeted with a thermal-baric weapon. It was a direct hit with no signs of life detected. The momentous event was captured on camera in the observation room.
欢迎麦骚来提，欢迎未来，晚上好，晚上好。
A tremendous victory. Please extend my congratulations to the Admiral for this remarkable feat.
Also, you have 2 call requests. One is from the Timekeeper, which Laplace received shortly after the battle with Manus Vindictae. She is requesting remote assistance to help the Apiron decode a numerical code related to the storm immunity.
Put it through immediately.
跳得好爽说，莎莎都在玩游戏了，我还在车上。大哭。
你去干嘛？你去干嘛了？
And the other call?
没玩游戏，只看剧情而已。
It's
你去干嘛了
Kakanya, the Viennese arcanist who helped investigate Marcus in acquiring the
跳
ritual.
得好爽说，刚下班呢。
哦，你今天还在上班啊？你今天还上班呀？原来如
We
此。
have updated her the progress of the study and the potential side effects of the incantation.
跳得
终于
好爽
提示
But
到
she
卡卡尼亚，
insists on knowing the right
真惨，
pronunciation.
嘿嘿，真惨。
跳得好爽说，而且还加班。
哎呀，加班，周六还加班，周末还加班，明天是不是还要上班？真惨，摸摸真惨。
跳得好爽说，无语。
No, we are not aware of that. 37 and I had just entered the cave when the investigator sent back the ritual.
通讯是靠收音机还行。
I see. Thank you for the thorough explanation, Madam Lucy. I'll make sure to inform the members of Apiron. If possible, could you kindly explain this to them again after we set up the communication device?
The next thing's the acoustic components. Totally understandable if you don't have
突然
any
变
on
得欢
hand.
乐起来了。
Regulus, can you help me find some...
What are you saying, mate? Of course, this great disc jockey would have the acoustic components. I'll have you know, I made friends with the dolphins as soon as I had the chance, hoping they'd retrieve some of the radio components from Apple II. Guess what? They
还好
actually
啦，
found some!
我有时候也会加班，还好还好。
Hello? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.
Perfect. You finally have a communicator equipped with a speaker. Before, there were too many ears for one tiny radio.
What now? Another
跳
attack?
得好爽说，别人要么放假，要么早下班了，
That's
吃
the
饭
sound of
都
our
没几
colleague,
个人。
Medicine Pocket.
吃饭你自己吃
Hard at
吗？
work.
啥叫吃饭都没几个人？是在
跳得
外面吃还是
好爽说
食堂吃？
你能理解那种心情吗？
哎，能理解，能理解。但其实有一说一，我还是挺喜欢单位加班的，因为我这边只要加班到0点，第二天
How
就不
goes
用
it
来
on
上
your
班，
end, Burton?
挺好。
The storm is only 8 hours away. Has the immunity zone on the island stopped shrinking?
I think so. No one in the Hall of Apiron is affected by the storm syndrome so far.
只要过0点的加班，我都乐意加。你要不过0点，我就不乐意加。
Manus Vindictae and the humans have left. There should be no further destruction on the island.
So the decay of the immunity zone is not linear. It seems to be influenced by the islanders' mindset toward the truth, and it eventually reaches a stopping point. Could it be that the ritual on this island, rooted in the power of
跳
faith
得
and
好爽
belief,
说，
serves
要
to
是快下班
amplify
了，
only
还
the
让我发
radius
现
of the
机
storm
我有问
immunity.
题。
真的太惨了。
Fascinating.
那下班突然在加班，特别惨，我也绷不住。
跳得好爽说，耽误我下班时间。
确实，下班前的加班最痛苦。
There's one thing I'd like to confirm, Timekeeper.
about the question Miss 37 asked in the cave. How can we escape the darkness of the phenomenal world and be freed from the emanation forever? To my understanding, that is almost the same as asking how we can be immune to the storm.
Yes, and 37 also said the transcendental truth was beyond the limits of her mortal flesh. Appearance answered her with an eerie sound, one that could drive anyone mad just by hearing it.
手机快充电。有
It
一
was
说一，
then
我
that
这
the
个
scroll 6 gave her unfurled
不
and
知道能不能
transcribed the
整那
sound
个电
into a
音。
string of numbers, providing us with the code.
我的这个那个声卡。
Yes, that's the key to our problem. We both received a solution to the same question simultaneously. Immunity against the storm. This could be our Rosetta Stone, Timekeeper. We found our own Rosetta Stone!
Rosetta Stone.
Allow me to explain. The Rosetta Stone is a stone tablet inscribed with a decree in 3 different languages: hieroglyphs, Demotic, and Ancient Greek. Hieroglyphs were the sacred writing for the divine, while Demotic script was known as the language of the people. Both scripts were ancient Egyptian, lost to time when the tablet was discovered. However, because scholars were still able to read Ancient Greek, and through comparing the 3 inscriptions that all said the same thing, they were finally able to understand the hieroglyphs. And now, we too have our own set of inscriptions to decode.
3种，哪3种？露丝一的。
The first is similar to hieroglyphs, as the truth Miss 37 heard in the cave is completely unintelligible and can drive people insane just by listening to it. The second is like Demotic script, a ritual we obtain from arcana that can place a curse upon those who read it aloud. It cannot be handled by ordinary people. Finally, the numerical code you shared with us is like the readable Ancient Greek, without any divine powers, but crucial in deciphering the other 2 inscriptions.
How intriguing! That is to say, if we work together and combine our research, we may unlock even deeper knowledge that only belongs to the divine?
Exactly. We're looking for the same answer to the same question, like how the same decree is inscribed onto the tablet in different forms. And just like the inscriptions on the tablet, we have 3 versions of the ritual. If we can delve into the essence of the ritual and master its inner workings, we may eventually transcribe it into a side-effect-free ritual that can be used by everyone.
Yes. It should work, because the nature of the universe flows in all things alike.
I'm glad you think so, Miss 37.
Your hypothesis is based on too many assumptions, Ulrich. It requires further refinement and confirmation. We now have valid incantations. We should continue in this direction. You mentioned the word transcribe just like the Timekeeper did. It holds the answer to improving the ritual.
You mean?
The scroll you mentioned that can bridge the gap between you and the Supreme Existence during communion. It is the scroll that transcribed the eerie sound and saved 37 from the lethal side effects. Does this mean it could potentially lessen the negative effects of the immunity incantation?
什么意思？没懂。
Wait, Madam Lucy. Let me take it from here.
We would like to borrow this scroll for research. If you lend us this scroll, we will make significant advancements on the research, and we promise to provide every assistance you require in the future.
6个伟大无需多言。怎么了？不愿意借？
Lend you the scroll. Are you asking us to give the legacy of Apiron, our most cherished possession, to you? A scientific research organization that serves humans?
Why not? We are seekers of truth, are we not?
还是不愿意借，兄弟们。
Heed my words, 37. That scroll is a sacred relic passed down from the wise sages of Apiron, safeguarded by the Sixes and entrusted only to believers who brave Apiron's test. It has the power of harmonization and reconciliation. You may keep it until you fully grasped the secrets shared with you by Apiron. But you will not share it with some organization affiliated with humans, and certainly do not allow them to study it.
Why? Sharing the scroll is sharing wisdom and knowledge with others, like what we have done through our doctrinal meetings and receiving visitors from the outside world. It is for the sake of spreading the light of truth, is it not? The human researchers, they have also discovered many brilliant theorems. Before the emanation cut us off, we had these types of communications with the outside world. It was fun, unlike what came after. I'm sure by sharing this scroll, the code from Apiron will be deciphered. I must prove that the light of truth still glimmers.
But how can you be sure the scroll will only be used for researching the ritual? How can you ensure that the humans won't exploit it to create weapons of destruction? Before joining the School of Apiron, my people and I had wandered the world for ages. Our long lives made it difficult for us to truly fit in with the world. Daughter of Truth, I implore you to hear the words of this old soul. Humans have indeed achieved incredible feats, and their enlightenment has even touched my soul. But unfortunately, most humans do not have an inherent respect for knowledge or its boundaries. They only chase after power blindly. I have experienced it firsthand. I tried to guide and persuade them, but ultimately I failed. That is why I am here now. What you are deciding to share is not only knowledge, but it is a ritual, a piece of power. A ritual designed for harmonization, created for the devout believers, and created for the sages seeking the truth. Yet, on the other hand, it can also be used for unspeakable horrors, such as silencers on guns, suppressors on rifles, or even on nuclear bombs.
It won't.
这就像那个
888. I won't let this happen.
是诺兰拍的那个电影叫什么来着？
You can't promise anything, Miss Burton. You're too young, too inexperienced to comprehend the dark nature of history.
不是阿兹海默，那个叫搜索。
But it's the truth we're talking about. What could possibly outweigh the truth?
奥本海默，不好意思，奥本海默。
If all it takes is lending someone a scroll to unlock unspeakable secrets, why not do it? Haven't the failures of the past 4 years proven that a stagnant mindset does not bring forth the light of truth? As individuals devoted to critical thinking, should the pursuit of truth not be our primary goal in life? My brothers and sisters, do not let hatred stop you, and don't let the dust of the phenomenal world blind you.
210!
And remember, it was 37 who passed the test and earned the scroll. It is her rightful responsibility to handle this situation. Otherwise, what other choice do we have?
I have made up my mind. I will share the scroll with Laplace. We will decipher the code together. The truth is the truth. It should not be swayed by anything else. Please, everyone, cast your pebble if you agree with me. If 6 were here, he too would have called for a vote. Miss Lilia, are you certain about this?
Absolutely. See the nice weather today? Much better than the day we landed. No wind, no cloud, the clear sky, and that giant moon. Can't find a better day to deliver the package. It's just to the headquarters, not even going outside of Europe. 3 hours is more than enough. I'm done being stuck on this suffocating island. Nobody can stop me from taking this flight.
The headquarters are at least 768 nautical miles away, and you have no protection during the long flight. It's dangerous. And we have only 7 hours until the storm.
Dangerous? Maybe. But this is an exhilarating flight in the storm, Saneto. What better chance than now to push Zeno into updating their flying manual? Besides, what's wrong with a bit of oil painting on me? Should be a nice badge of honor.
Mate, that's quite a distance. Just be sure not to go toppling into the Mediterranean Sea.
Red 38 is no way an Apple II. Uh-oh. Manus Alitias? We didn't kill them all off? I don't have time for you, little stingray rats. Still got your speed, huh? I guess the death of your boss didn't faze you much. Oh. A Manus aircraft? Worth a fight. Haha! Bring it on! Your downfall will be an explosive orchestra over the waters. Look at my back. Shit!
Yes, Miss Titer has derived the formula and my team has finished designing the prototype converter. Now, we just need the bigwigs upstairs to approve the experiment application. This is an unprecedented chance to rob this storm of its energy. I wouldn't miss this for anything.
The Scroll of Aperon has shown great potential in protecting casters from the ritual. It is expected to outperform the Coleman protection rituals. The sheer variety of side effects is concerning, but we already have a list of 122 curses and their effects. Once the scroll arrives, we will test and record its reactions to each of the effects. This should speed up our analysis considerably.
How can we get humans to make use of this ritual? Ideally, the incantation is made into a tool like the Manus Mask or Laplace's incantation soft disk. However, this would require a thorough analysis and mastery of the ritual. Manus Vindicte could create the mask because Arcana is just that excellent of a caster. But we don't have that kind of excellence all the time. That's why I came up with a clever alternative, to let everyone be a caster instead. The problem is, humans can't cast it all to begin with. Ugh. Is there nothing else we can do?
So, this is the plan of the imaginary numbers. You want to use the waves of Numa and the reconciliation of the scroll to allow everyone to recite the storm immunity ritual?
Yes. What do you think, 37?
An ugly plan it is. There is no grace or beauty in this approach. It is purely driven by practicality and uses clever tactics to make things fit. How typical of imaginary numbers.
What? It sounds pretty cool to me. Taking advantage of the storm? It's about time we plundered it instead.
It really looks like we should throw this plan into the sea. You're not trying to comprehend the ritual, Vertin, but scrambling to make use of it before the emanation arrives.
Isn't making use of it enough for our purposes?
No, the theory is incomplete. You will be hindered by impossible obstacles in no time. Mister, could you show me the incantation? I want to see it too.
Laplace is looking for a safe method to deliver the incantation. Given the incidents before, some time is required for the application procedure. Once received, please do not read it out by any means. The side effects are extremely deadly.
Apologies. We took some time to test the delivery methods. For your safety, only the text of the incantation will be delivered. The exact pronunciation will be sent to the timekeeper later.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Since the island has no visual communication, we will send the incantation letter by letter through a Chladni plate, a technique that converts simple patterns to sound waves. Enough with the mumbo-jumbo. There's no time for details. Anyway, timekeeper, we'll need the help of that lady. Miss Radio, right?
Huh?
Yes. Somebody please find her a metal square plate, fix it on a sturdy base, and pour sand on it. Now, a special recording will be sent to you. Please stay by the edge of the plate, embrace the sound, and, groove along.
I assume you mean vibrate?
No, that's just rude. But, yes, exactly. If all goes well, the vibrations will move the sand and visualize the text in a pattern. We have 12 recordings ready, each representing a letter in the incantation. We'll play the first one when you're ready.
Oh, of course, my pleasure.
First one's done, Mr. Ulrich.
All right, 11 to go.
This incantation.
What?
What? Are you reading it in your head? Oh, don't tell me even thinking about it can trigger the curse.
No. It's just...
又当女人，又
I
当
can
女人
read。this language.
嚯，6啊，兄弟们！ 所以说，
I think I know
这
what
就
it
能
says.
解释为什么他能免疫暴雨，可能
It
他已经
means the first circle.
就表明他可能早就已经念过了。啊，太久了！最初的源是不是又回到卡卡尼亚这边？卡卡尼亚这消失好久，说是三角形，其实卡卡尼亚极度缺腿，显示有3个人，结果卡卡尼亚这边。
First circle. That's what the incantation says? That's it. The investigator in Vienna reported a similar thing. An ancient miracle, a circle of salvation. Akana even drew a circle in the air while saying it. She did it so nonchalantly, as if it were a meaningless gesture. We didn't think much of it at the time. Once we confirmed that it did not affect the casting of the incantation, we forgot about it and moved on.
所以说还得做手势呗，
overlooked it.
得做手势呗。
This is not your fault, Ulrich. The gesture was overlooked because it did not really help the research. Our focus was on practical application rather than understanding the incantation itself. If the incantation means the first circle, how will this be helpful to the research?
I see. I understand now.
Well, Vertin, I don't know why you can read it, but I do know that Gal is thrilled by your interpretation. Because you mentioned her favorite shape, the circle.
笑死我了，模仿那个反派的声音，笑死我。
Yes, yes. The essence of the incantation is a circle. But what kind of circle is it? In topology, any closed curve on a plane can be classified as a circle.
Aha! Told you!
Look, Vertin, let's go back to the Rosetta Stone hypothesis. Based on the hypothesis, if the incantation and the numerical code share a common essence, which is the key to the storm immunity, and we now know the incantation refers to a circle,
then the essence of this numerical code should also be a circle, right?
Yes. Before this conversation, I had no idea which direction to take. The numerical code could be a snippet of an incantation, or it could be a geometrical ritual array. I had a lot of theories to go on, but testing them could take weeks or even months. Worse yet, if my line of thinking was completely wrong, we could waste decades of time and effort. But the Rosetta Stone hypothesis is easy to verify. Let us suppose that the incantation and numerical code share a similar essence. We know that the incantation does work as proven by the Awakened. If the incantation is a circle, then the numerical code should also be circular in nature and has the same effect as the incantation, which is a circle that saves people from the emanation and can also be experimented with by the Awakened.
If the experiment works, then the hypothesis is true, and vice versa. I see what you mean here. It really is an easily provable hypothesis.
To my ears, you're just trying to prove that the code means a circle, because you're really into circles.
Not specifically. I simply like it because it's a great shape. But I don't understand.
有一给生命学用，数字给人类用，可以，没毛病。
+1, -1, +2, -3, 3, -3, +2, -1, +1. How do these numbers relate to the circle?
The first circle.
Yes, it was the timekeeper who translated the incantation. And according to the investigator in Vienna, Arcana also drew a circle when she cast the ritual. But experiments have shown that the gesture has no effect on the ritual. We thought maybe it was a symbolic gesture.
No. It is no way just symbolic. Arcanists excel at condensing their experiences into symbolic representations. Signs, totems, elements, these are primitive symbols, and some are sources of power for Arcanum. At least that's what the Foundation's textbooks tell me. That's why arcane skills can only be enhanced by mediums that align with their symbolic nature. Precise materials are required when creating soft discs for each incantation. If the incantation symbolizes the first circle, and if we were to create a physical form that could be mass-produced for everyone, will that form have to be a circle too?
什么？哦，说到伞的最后好像是给了一把伞，但是我没有仔细看那把伞。
Oh, I should have thought of this. The simplest things often hold the deepest meaning, as always. So, the first circle. What could it be? A wheel? A piece of rope? A pendulum? I spent too long on the wheel and the bearing, not realizing there was something more promising. A circle can also be seen as a knot with no crossings. An unknot. This could be a variation of a closed curve. A knot. Knots were how the ancients of the Incas and Chinese collected data and kept records. But which knot is it exactly? The Jones polynomial of the trefoil knot is t plus t cubed minus t to the power of 4. The figure 8 knot is t to the power of -2 minus t to the power of -1 plus 1 minus t plus t squared.
这剧情是咋写的？太牛逼了！
T squared plus t to the power of 4 minus t to the power of 5 plus t to the power of 6 minus t to the power of 7. I could go on all day. There are 165 different knots with 10 crossings, 9,988 knots with 13 crossings. But which knot is the code referring to? +1, -1, +2, -3, +3, -3, +2, -1, +1. Of course I would hear these digits instead of anything else. The scroll transcribes the truth into a format I can understand, so it must be based on a mathematical system I already know. I have all the knowledge needed to break the code. Just need to follow my instincts and pick a system. And the Jones polynomial is the first thing I could think of. Right. The second 3 I heard sounded different from the other 3s. That 3 must be the constant term of the polynomial. Then if we use this 3 as the origin, like a number axis, the left side is the coefficient for the negative exponents, and the right side is the coefficients for the positive exponents. Eureka! This string of coefficients is the shorthand of a Jones polynomial. If we assign the 8 coefficients to the 8 corresponding exponents in a Jones polynomial, we get its true form. T to the power of -4 minus t to the power of -3 plus 2t to the power of -2 minus 3 times t to the power of -1 plus 3 minus 3t plus 2t squared minus t cubed plus t to the power of 4. A knot with 8 crossings! See, Vertin, Apiron did give us the answer. The key we've been looking for, the most profound secret, the language of the divine. No sound or text is needed, just pure structure, the very form of the essence itself. It is a beautiful shape, a simple knot.
A knot? Great. Now there is only one step left. The verification. Did you hear that, Madame Lucy? Can you help us verify the authenticity of this note?
Of course. I have paid close attention to the discussion. This polynomial produces a single unique knot. We can now tie a knot to test it.
这是要画个结吗？
Madame Lucy? Is the signal dropping? Madame Lucy, can you hear us?
就是自己已经 test 了是吗？
I can.
哦，这回没事儿。
It worked.
真牛逼！这是他妈真的修，我真的想说。谢谢各位叔叔，核心部分已经完成，所有课题这些做的组装量产化了。这次对暴雨的有一说，这第一节直接就完全可以抵御暴雨了，这后面故事咋解？现在我们征集核心名称也是可以踊跃提案。让的势力如下：37路西级，绝对普适而动力面火爆装置。各节好像还不错，拉普拉斯节太土，有意思节时间不行，各节好像还不错。哇，这个，这太牛逼了，这个。 欢迎比利176，让皇上好。
I never thought it would be the Timekeeper and the Apeiron Arcanus who'd solve the problem. But now even humans can cast this ritual.
Indeed. The knot is the physical form of the ritual we were looking for. Surprisingly, the numerical code yielded practical results. I thought it was necessary to report this to the Timekeeper's organization. It was her contribution. But it did not go well.
Forgive the interruption. What's a knot?
I will be glad to answer your question. Knot theory is a branch of algebraic topology. In mathematics, a knot refers to a connected closed curve in three-dimensional Euclidean space that does not intersect itself. They can also be described as shapes in three-dimensional space that are homeomorphic to circles. Knot theory focuses on the entanglement and configurations of closed curves in three-dimensional space, rather than the curves themselves. Since all closed curves are homeomorphic to circles, they can all be topologically categorized as circles. A knot equivalent to a two-dimensional circle is called an unknot, and...
I don't mean to question Laplace's expertise, but this approach may not be the best solution for widespread implementation. The concepts are complex even for us, let alone others. We can't expect to give an advanced math lesson to every individual under these circumstances. Doing math before the storm. Nobody's got time for that.
As it turned out, presenting a technical report was much too premature. We should have a complete and official report once the immunity gear is produced.
Maybe you can change your approach the next time you report to the Foundation.
I simply gave them honest answers. But this solution is deserving of widespread implementation. All we need is a piece of rope and tie it end to end. And spend 3 to 5 minutes to make this knot. This can be done anywhere, at any time, by anyone using any type of cordage. The oldest, fastest, and most basic ritual, the key to braving the storm, is a knot.
Why didn't you tell the House of Integratus? I'm sure they would have funded us generously.
I will make sure to put it in my interdepartmental report. But at this point in time, the knot only functions like an incantation. It is not suitable for widespread use until the research on the side effects and the converter are complete.
In any case, I've completed all the tasks you assigned me. My last plea is, please never put Ulrich and I on the same team again. I'm surprised that you're not in the lab. Something bothering you? Wait, don't tell me you're charging here.
Excellent job, Researcher Adler. You have proven that you are keeping the locations of public outlets in Laplace in mind, which is a positive sign for your resocialization. But I am powering up to reach my optimal condition, preparing for what is to come. The Scroll of Apeiron, the final piece of the puzzle, the key to minimizing any negative effects caused by the incantation.
还差一点，20，然后10、20、30、40、50。
Wow! The designers on artificial somnambulism could use some of this inspiration. Look at the clouds, painted with a syndrome of colors and interrupted by a glorious streak of rainbow. It's truly a masterpiece. Funny. They're flying towards the headquarters out of instinct. Maybe they can sense immunity zones. These little beasts would make for a good study. But I'm not in the mood to take any prisoners. Fuel and ammunition are running out. Maybe I should storm the Vice President's office with them. But other people might get hurt there. Never mind. Dive into the lake? But the splash might wet the scroll. Wait, isn't that...
Miss Lilia, this way.
Good timing.
Enemies intercepted. Ally landed successfully. Miss Travis, the Elitiaus are all ensnared in vines.
The winds of triumph sweep through the woods. An excellent flight, Miss Lilia. We will take it from here. Come, everyone. We shall vanquish our foes with the aid of the woods. The reticent woods are watching you.
I weave the gown with thorns.
Dr.
Kakanya,
卡卡尼亚
are you really going to stay here?
终于到卡卡尼亚了，这剧情，我这一下拖到还剩4个小时。
Don't worry about me, young Missy. This won't be goodbye forever. Besides, I have already provided all the help I can, right? I made Isolde show us the ritual and kept her under control, and now you've figured out how the ritual works. To test its results, you will need a couple of volunteers.
But you heard the report from Laplace. The possibility of surviving the ritual is nearly zero without the converter and the scroll and...
Nearly, they said. But not surely. Plus, where else can I go? I was born and raised in this city. This is where I came from, where I lived and where I belong. This is my whole world. I despised the maggots under its golden surface and fought for the justice and fairness in our society. But I also cherish every detail of this city, from the intricate carvings on the theater columns to the dirt trodden by dock workers. All of these things made me me. My family, my friends, my people, and my operas and culture are all here. I never once thought about leaving this place. I have never thought about destroying it either. Being washed away with it would be a just punishment for all my sins.
I wish I could be as brave as you are. See you, Miss Clara.
Hurry, ladies, before any of us turns into one of those exquisite paintings! Sorry, but the headquarters is too far for the teleportation disc from here. You'll have to bear with us smelly old grunts for a little longer.
Goodbye, Miss Marcus. Sharing this era with you has been an honor.
卡尼亚也得进池子呀，那肯定是得回来的。
Is your birthday approaching, Doctor? I made this for you. Turquoise and topaz, just like you and your eyes. Please accept my blessings, Doctor. May your life be filled with joy and contentment, and may your courage guide you through all that comes your way. You are worthy of all the beauty and goodness this world has to offer, and I will hold you in my heart and in my prayers forever.
欢迎爱着秋刀鱼的喵，晚上好，晚上。秋刀鱼的猫，晚上好。
Süße Träume, Frau Dittersdorf.
Madam Lucy, any progress on the research?
"爱着秋刀鱼的猫说：“主播晚上好。”
晚上好，晚上好，晚上好。就是又回到小岛上了呗。卡卡尼亚的剧情太少了，没什么剧情。主线里边占了个三角形，结果也没出场多久，是个边缘人。
Fabulous! Now everything is perfect, like the number 10. He will be happy to hear that I've cracked the code. I did it, Burton! I have proven the light of truth still shines. With some time, communication, and a flash of inspiration, we can bring it down from the unattainable skies and let its radiance illuminate all. And I've also proven that the truth is not out of reach or too distant to grasp. So, once Sophia knows about this, she'll come back to us, right?
还惦记着索菲亚，你是真的爱。
I'm sure she'll be happy with what you've accomplished, 37.
Did 210 and 888 go to get 6?
You don't seem that happy. The Star of Hermes deciphered the code of Aperon. She found a way to cross the emanation. We should all feel happy for her. Yet here you are, so indifferent. It is because you, too, know that what has happened will not change, regardless of whether she figures it out or not. A meager ritual to save people from the emanation is nothing compared to the disruption of the law above. It also cannot change the fact that our faith is dead. We're talking about how the island has sunk, and we're now sailing in a tsunami. A tiny miracle, a spark of inspiration, won't save the ship from the wrath of the tides. To be honest, I was surprised that she asked such a practical question. I guess the trivialities of the phenomenal world did eventually affect her. It's a shame that many others lack her determined will to see beyond the void of our broken reality.
What's your point?
Can't you see? I'm getting a rise out of you. Who would have thought that our great, perfect, honorable leader of the School of Aperon has been a nihilist all along? You never revered the truth, did you? That's why you kept us in the dark for 4 years. You never respected our beliefs for a second in your life.
The people who seek the truth are more important than the truth itself. I may not understand that ever-shifting number, but I do understand and respect the people here. So you know the secret. What now? Now that you know the truth could lead to a nihilistic void, I wonder if you would abandon our doctrines, our wisdom, and our inheritance, and step into the darkness in a fit of rage. When truth fails, sophistry prevails. Correct?
We cannot deny that fate, the unspeakable, holds wisdom beyond our understanding. Perhaps it does take a resolute skeptic, an impartial nihilist, to steady this ship and remain detached enough to look on from the sidelines. It's a pity. This was supposed to be the best time of year to make wine.
You're here! 888 said they're holding a celebration before the arrival of the emanation, in honor of the living and the dead. Will you join us, 6?
37. Do you remember the story of Socrates?
最早的呢？
The one you told me in the cave? The trial is over. Why mention it? You should answer my question
大
first.
概之前应该能猜到，被抖音剧透了，应该是210，应该是会继续留到岛上，然后被回溯了。6是什么情况不知道。然后37是肯定是跟基金会了，然后索菲亚是加重塑之手。4个人4个结局。
Wait, are they holding the ceremony outside the immunity zone? I told them to go to the meadow near the top of the mountain where they will be completely safe. I've checked my calculations over and over, leaving no room for error. 888 must have made a mistake. I need to warn them.
是210是故意被回溯的，然后6是站在那个安全的地方没有被回溯。
37.
8太记得。
Either be wise, uninvolved, and look on, or be practical, involved, and suffer.
有一时候还挺想让索菲亚和210不是210加池子的，结果这俩人全一个当反派，一个直接GG。
You mean all we need is a piece of hope?
哦，萨卡尼亚没有回去，是用那个绳结直接避免了暴雨。哦，
Yes.
原来是这样。
In recognition of your
我在说为
extraordinary
卡卡尼亚如果
contributions, the class
不
is
回去
honored to present
怎
you
么建
with the
池
fruits
子
of our labor. This
用
knot is the result of our research.
用他们新研究出来免疫
The
暴雨
knot
的
has been
这个
validated
绳
as
结
a，working ritual on both humans and arcanists. With the
又
help
可以
of
避免
other
暴雨。
arcanists, we
哇，
found methods to avoid side effects and conducted small-scale experiments with success.
这个可以，这牛逼！我操！
So are you saying we can...
However, since the experiment is still in its early stages, it involves a variety of materials and complicated rituals that are not yet possible for transmission. Nor can we deliver you any experimental equipment, as the storm is about to make landfall.
我知道他们去试能
The
不能把
knot
那个
acts as an equivalent to the incantation, but it does not guarantee that we will meet the casting requirements or avoid the likely side effects. I apologize, Miss Kakanya. Perhaps the result of our work will not really help your situation.
You said the knot works on both humans and arcanists, right?
Yes.
That is more than enough. This is the best news I've heard so far. There's a chance for everyone.
I have 2 more pieces of good news. First, the curse is not inevitable. Our experiments showed a 0.49% likelihood of no side effects occurring at all. Second, The closer the storm gets, the more pneuma fills the air, leading to a greater success rate of the ritual. Yet, even with these factors combined, the rate of success is still extremely low.
It's all right. With millions of people trying, there's hope that at least one person will succeed against the odds. Thank you for sharing this with me, madam. I will do everything I can to spread this knot in Vienna. To the Arcanists, humans, Magyars, and Germans, they are all my people, regardless of their social status, profession, or race. They all deserve the right to survive.
Madame Lucy, I can only assume you acted impulsively and overlooked the proper application process. The knot is new and not ready for widespread testing. Distributing it in Vienna could lead to more casualties or even fall into the hands of our enemies. I must remind you that this is a clear violation of the regulations set by PAC's Security Council, the St. Pavlov Foundation, and the Laplace Scientific Research Center.
Ah, yes. How careless of me.
第一个规模很大的团体。
But I did tell her I would share the results of the research. And this is what you call a promise. And the database says, a promise made is a promise kept.
是不是看看你要使吧？我觉得肯定有例会。
My brothers and sisters, put down your cups for a moment and lend ear to me. We were born extraordinary, yet estranged from the world around us. Throughout the ages, we wandered the world like a ship lost at sea. Despite the instability and chaos, we persevered. And together, we sought after the truth that would illuminate us all. Through introspection and contemplation, we cleansed ourselves of hatred, madness, and delusion, and embraced the value of beauty and harmony.
Yet now, our shattered faith mingles with the rubble of this phenomenal world, as specks in an unjust timeline. As remnants of a tide long receded. The dream of the transcendental world is broken, and the order of the transcendental law is no more.
Our sanctuary has crumbled, exposing us to live in a world filled with conflict and turmoil, where we will be trapped in the wheel of birth, doomed to repeat the mistakes of history for eternity.
But do not despair, for there is another way to the truth. It is a path fueled by unbridled passion, one that was stifled by moderation and restraint, a path that transcends the individual, breaks all boundaries and limitations, and leads us back to the essence in a fiery blaze of glory.
This path is the emanation, which we stride into for the ultimate truth of our journey.
Doctor?
因为这小贩不会活下来了吧？哦，不对，有那个副作用。
Finally, someone I know. Ilich, gather everyone you can and have them read out these steps in the plaza for all to hear. If possible, go to the telegraph office or use a printing machine to copy flyers. Distribute as many copies as you can.
不会只有所有人都有副作用，然后只有卡卡尼亚没有副作用，活下来。
What are you talking about, Doctor?
People are too busy trying to escape. I want nothing to do with those crazies. This? A guide for tying knots? Don't you know the world is about to end? So many warnings. Who'd want to read this?
爱着秋刀鱼的猫说：“
The people who want to survive will
是
read
随
it.
机的呢。”
I can't guarantee anything. It's a gamble for our lives. But people have a right to try before doomsday arrives. Edith, please trust me one more time. Please.
龙泉杀 Sansa 下划线 CH 说：“不是卡卡尼亚进池子
Fine,
了吗
Dr. Clara. If this
龙
works,
泉
your
杀
coffee for the
Sansa
rest of
下
your
划
life
线
is on
CH
me.
说：“应该没事。”龙泉杀 Sansa 下划线 CH 说：“我爸在我后面晾衣服。”龙泉杀 Sansa 下划线 CH 说：“先闭麦。”
Why are you still leaving? I found the truth. I completed the test. I deciphered the code of Apiron. Why aren't you stopping them, Six?
Hello. Are you joining them, Miss Marta?
I find myself uncertain of which way to go. Would you kindly give me some guidance?
The guidance I can offer you is limited, Miss Marta. I think fate knows its own fate better than anyone.
Thank you for your advice. I think I understand.
OK， 截图，好做。这样。有医生成功了呗。
My dear child, look at you.
这奥语已经结束了呗。
I don't understand.
这属于已经结束了，奥语已经结束了。
They're brave enough to return to the essence, but instead, sadness washes over me. I should feel happy for Sophia, now that she knows her soul number. Yet, I am filled with sorrow. did you all leave? Is it because I wasn't fast enough? Is it because I didn't do well enough?
Go, 37. Leave the island to the world outside.
6水留下来，然后37跟
Ms. Verton, you're clearing a path out of the mires of the phenomenal world. I sincerely hope you will steer it away from the horrors of war.
It's our duty to do so.
Also, the person you were looking for, I am not familiar with a biographer named Erd. However, in my recollections from the previous 6, there was a lady with a soul number just as unique as yours.
还有伏笔。
Are you saying?
Sadly, these vague scraps of information were all that I inherited. I hope they will be useful to you.
Wait! 6, where are you going? Everyone is gone! Sophia, 210, 888, and now you too?
1.9最大受害
I'm
者
returning to the cave,
37
37. There are still people who refuse to be caught in the cycle of hatred or give in to unrestrained
岛上
passion.
还有人，不是地上6。
The entrance to the sacred place may be destroyed, but the people's faith is yet to be extinguished. We will persist in studying the scrolls, copying the scriptures, and restoring our halls. We will worship the Ancient One in penance and work to rekindle the flame of our broken beliefs.
乐宝睡不醒说，叔
The
叔每
island
天
is a
定点亮衣
manifestation
服
of
吗
our choices,
是啊，
a
每
haven
天都有衣服
removed
呀，
from the phenomenal
每天都有
world,
衣服要洗
a
呀。
place of order and harmony. And it is our determination that will sustain its tranquil existence.
I will go with you!
No, your choice has already been made, 37. You should not go back. The sorrows and doubts you have can only be alleviated by experiencing the outside world. Thousands of years ago, the first faithful ones fled from the Roman Empire and journeyed to this island, where they founded the School of Epeiron. 500 years ago, refugees from Arabia found shelter here. They filled the cavern's shelves with copies of their writings and texts. Half a century ago, scholars who had their research exploited for warfare came and expanded our knowledge on modern mathematics. There were many 37s and 6s among them. Yet, are we any different from them in essence? Even if we are no longer here, the numbers 37 and 6 will still exist. Even if the island sank, these numbers would reappear elsewhere. The integer sequence is infinite, 37. rather than clinging to a set of specific numbers, you should go and work out your own calculations and conclusions.
So now you're choosing to be wise and look on. But I don't understand. How could one be wise by being uninvolved and looking on from the sidelines?
You overestimate wisdom, Ms. Verton. It can't do everything. Wisdom can free people from ignorance, but it can also lead them to a nihilistic void. Yet, someone will always seek this wisdom, even if nihilistic, to briefly rise above their worldly troubles and find some relief. And someone will have to stay here and provide a neutral haven for the drifters of the phenomenal world, and give the lost souls a harbor to return to.
Wait! Six! Wait!
6这个加没我得3。
Wait, Six! Atticus!
You.
Will you leave a door open for me in your cave, like when we were kids? I know the transcendental law is in disorder, but that doesn't mean the truth is gone. I will carve a new path through the chaos, calculate better solutions than ever before, and delve into the phenomenal world to discover all it has to offer. By then, if I run into problems that I can't solve, can we talk about them together? Like we used to?
Yes, a door will be left open for you, 37. Both you and your friends can come in.
这回说明以后还是
It's a promise.
跟海岛有合作呗。
Zeno sent a ship to pick us up. Let's go, 37. The researchers of Laplace would love to meet you.
又被拉普拉斯的超级加班压榨了。
Are you nervous? Afraid of the unknown world?
小花被海王拐走。
Maybe a little. But I will get used to it. Because the nature of the universe flows in all things alike.
We are prisoners within these cavern walls. Our gaze is held captive by the shadow's thrall. Until our hands clasp and our chains rattled, we united to break free from our shackles. The sightless joined forces with the soundless, and the voiceless uplifted the helpless. Together, we assembled a sliver of truth, a piece of the world hidden since youth. Have you got something for me, Mesmer?
Yes. They asked me to give this to you.
他就已经回来了，又给了把伞。
The culmination of our research, the crystallization of man and all its wisdom, the protective gear against the storm. An umbrella.
已经
Something
研
you
究出来了。
personally don't really need. It's called the Equilibrium Umbrella. This is the first model, consisting of a converter,
现在速出
a
周边。
harmonizer, and
现
a
在我要
ritual
这个
core.
伞。
The converter generates a balancing field that can
可以。
cast rituals in the storm, taking
跳
account
出
of
这
the
个伞，我
wielder's
是真的想买。
capabilities. The harmonizer's markings are inspired by the scroll of Apeiron. Madame Lucy tested it against 162 known side effects and found it to be highly effective. The original scroll has been returned to the island. This is only a simplified and duplicated rendition.
The 162 curses aren't all of them, right?
Correct. There may be other unknown side effects, so the umbrella is only a prototype in the testing phase. And the ritual core. At first it was called the 37 Lucy knot in honor of the two main contributors. However, both of them turned it down.
Yes. I still remember what 37 said at the time. She would rather name it after the mathematical properties of the knot, even if it's too much of a mouthful.
叫不出来，看一下。回箱子里。
No, no. 37 is not a name, and the truth should not be dressed up with anyone's name. I only found it. I didn't invent it. I don't need something named after me to prove my sense of existence. But I'm not on the island anymore. I can understand that the imaginary numbers need to honor the discovery. You may use another contributor's name for it. I'm willing to accept that.
Madame Lucy showed no interest in the naming rights, so it was transferred to the third major contributor, Adler Hoffman. Sadly, researcher Adler also rejected the offer. At first, we nearly ended up using the date of that day as the name. But he changed his mind after confirming he could use his family name instead.
对，用霍夫曼呗。我也觉得用霍夫曼好。
You named it after Madame Hoffman?
这个真的可以。
Yes. Researcher Adler Hoffman wanted to make sure that Greta Hoffman would never be forgotten for her selfless sacrifice. Level 4 Investigator Marcus, please accept this umbrella. It is rightfully yours.
那这样的话，他们有这个伞的话，他们这些出外勤的就很好，他们就可以不用，就是什么到点儿还得撤离什么巴拉巴拉。后面的话会好写一些。 而且没准儿回来的人会更多，也挺好。
No. I will request for permission to go out. My era has gone. But with this umbrella in hand, I will venture into the new world and marvel at what's to come. Will the sucker torte taste the same?
And lastly, the asymmetrical nuclide R in the handle of the umbrella is supposed to protect against the storm syndrome, but this still needs to be confirmed through testing.
It's okay. This is the one thing we need the most.
If you have no further questions about its usage, I'm heading back to the rehab center. The afflicted researchers there are in dire need of my magnet therapy.
Don't you think 1 is not enough for my needs? I think 5. No, 15 might be more helpful.
这什么玩意儿？
My suitcase can't protect humans from the storm. They'll need the umbrella to survive. In the future missions, I may encounter lots of...
Just a reminder, Timekeeper. This is
会不
only a
会就是
prototype.
斯奈德会不会就
The application
进
forms
池
for
子
the
了？加上
umbrella are available
能
in the
行？
Foundation lobby. Feel free to apply for as many as you need.
这样子的话，人类也可以进香。
Thank you, Mesmer.
以后人类就多了。那这样子的话，哑谜是不是也可以进箱子？那都可以进箱子，
37
大家都
was
进
right.
箱子了。
It is a beautiful shape indeed.
Hey, Vertin! Did you get it done?
Yes, it went smoothly. I was expecting something more complicated. So, to get the umbrella, you only need to fill out forms.
Huh? That's not what I was talking about. I'm talking about the brave and glorious sacrifice of my apple II. Don't you think the Foundation should compensate me with a shiny new ship?
Oh.
你想着你那船呢？
Oh? What do you mean, oh?
Oh.
Are you saying you totally forgot about it?
Easy, Regulus. Those people are likely buried in paperwork right now. Just be patient and wait.
Lilia, how was your commendation ceremony?
我让仪式
They rewarded me for escorting the important item during the storm. How is delivering a scroll worthy of a reward? I'll say someone should be grateful I didn't crash into the committee building. Take it. Might be useful for your alchemy.
Oh, let me see. Oh, thanks, mate. It's made of pure gold. On behalf of the pirate community, I thank you for your remarkable contribution to alchemy.
I have one too. Please forgive my lack of contribution, Timekeeper. It seems the awakened woods have embraced tranquility once more. Perhaps a sign of good things to come.
I'm
那
glad
时候
to
去
see
年
you back on
魁
your
吧
feet, Miss Truvis.
飞机生的那个，我这次还花了
There's a place I'd like to
100多块
introduce you
钱
to.
给他买下来了。
A flourishing island that survived
据
both
说
war and
不
the
是有人
storm.
推测说他有可能跟
I
那
think
个
a
后续的
talented
那个
druid like you would be of
卡卡
great
尼亚
help to them.
能组一队，我就给
Sounds like
兑
a
换
place to look forward to.
不知道行不行吧？我木队都超标了
Nice job,
啊！
Druvis.
我木队
It's not as
上个
big as
版本
Lilia's,
维
but
拉没
it
抽，
is made of a
上
rare
个版本
kind
都
of
没抽，
metal.
还行。
This is a good start, Captain. This apple thinks we only need 300 more medals to afford a new ship.
You read my mind, Mr. Chief Mate. When will Zeno's ceremony be held? This captain is not a fan of these ceremonies. So, could they just mail me my medal?
Did I miss something?
大家都来录
Are
个
we
脸
holding a
呗。
medal exchanging party?
Sotheby!
But I don't have a medal. All I have is this big round golden...
哇，
Captain, I think we can buy a new ship with this.
行走的金库。
Regulus, ridiculous! The timekeeper asked me to request a new ship for you, and we have the approval. The Foundation will rebuild Apple II and pay for its maintenance. Huh?
Funny you say that, Sonetto. Now we have 2 new ships.
给了一个领取平衡伞通知。这是他们什么的论坛嘛？最后了，最后啦，最后啦！还有2批，看完就下播啊！
15 plugs. This should be enough to cover all socket types at our destination.
又要留伏笔。
Simone, pass me the experiment log, please. Come.
Madame Lucy, is it true? Are you leaving Laplace?
Yes. The inquiry is over. This is the decision of all parties involved.
You have got to be kidding me! After all the incredible contributions you've made, they're suspending you? This is absolutely ridiculous! Without you, there would be no umbrella, and everyone would have died from the side effects!
But many did perish because of me. I had underestimated the danger of the ritual, and it ended up spreading uncontrollably. Did you not once have the same opinion, researcher Adler Hoffman? It is surprising to see you change your mind so quickly. But that is just what Laplace needs. The spirit of rationality and self-evolution. I can imagine how they came to this decision. They must have considered the backgrounds of all the employees, including their social status and race. After 8 years, we finally created an umbrella to withstand the storm. However, our methods for achieving such progress and breakthroughs were too much for some to handle. People needed an outlet for their frustrations, so someone had to be held responsible for the accidents and casualties. Numerous complaints have been filed against me, accusing me of being a cold, heartless opponent of humanity. Within the Foundation, Xeno, and even here, some are starting to question the idea of having an awakened piston as a leader of Laplace. They argued about my arcane abilities, unsure if I had them under control or if they were becoming unstable and affecting my ability to make rational decisions. I did give the nod to Miss Kikanya in violation of the confidentiality agreement. But ultimately, it helped people survive, and that is all that matters.
So they're questioning your standing because you're an awakened? An arcanist? They're doubting the rationality of a machine that values technology and progress above all else? Could anything be more absurd? Even I, a human, was on the verge of giving up. It was you who convinced me to save our species.
My question is, why are you so upset? This does not affect you. In fact, you may be promoted. Laplace is setting up a new department, and you and Ulrich should have been invited to head it.
Weil das verdammt ungerecht ist! Diese Leute kennen dich nicht. Sie haben nicht mit dir gearbeitet oder dir zugehört. Und doch ernten sie freudig die Früchte deiner Arbeit, während sie dir keinen Respekt erweisen. Der einzige Grund, warum du suspendiert wirst, ist, weil du, ein Erwachter, nicht wirklich sterben kannst. Oder sie würden dir jetzt eine Ehrenmedaille auf deinem Grabstein verleihen.
这句话说得溜。
Maybe you should take up that offer. At least you will get a promotion as a just reward. By the way, Ulrich ended up receiving a medal. But like you, he was not exactly thrilled either. He is outside the committee building, refusing to eat in protest. But everyone knows how resilient the awakened can be. It is going poorly. I will suggest that one of you take this position. No one knows this research better than the two of you.
Not a chance.
The research must progress, and you also need to ensure that the results will not be abused.
Scheiße. You're right.
The punishment does not bother me, Researcher Hoffman. Power exists only in your dictionary, not mine. From the moment of my awakening, I have been unable to comprehend you creatures. And even now, that remains unchanged. We operate in different ways, just like how our fuels differ. But the bright side is our paths align. Whether we are creatures or machines, humans or arcanists, most of us strive for a better life. It is this primal desire that drives progress. That is why I put on the mask of a human and work on improving my appearance and speech, all for the sake of better communication with you. Unfortunately, my efforts do not always pay off. Some say that the more human-like I appear, the more different I seem. But I am who I am, and my motivation is not to gain recognition from others. Our aligned path leads us to progress, and that is all there is to it. Thanks to the invention of the umbrella, Laplace can now resume its research unhindered. And if there is someone better qualified to lead, I am more than willing to remain a humble cog in their machine. Besides, Miss C introduced me to a beautiful resort. The lake there is rich with arcane power, perfect for an awakened arcanist like me. Not only is it a resort, but also an independent team with a good amount of freedom. My only concern is if they have adequate power supply. Oh, rust might be a problem. Perhaps I should ask Researcher X about his titanium derust machine.
发明第二有用的一集。
Time to go, Simone.
Madam Lucy, please take a look at this before you go. This is the report you compiled during the storm countdown, detailing 126 side effects and how the scroll alleviates them. I have some questions about the data for Type 34.
Yes, I can see a few errors in here. Unfortunately, I have to complete all of the handover procedures today. Perhaps you can ask Mr. Ulrich about it later.
The side effects left a mark on you, didn't they? There are 162 side effects, not 126. There was also an obvious typo in the data for Type 34. We noticed it long ago and corrected it. Took only 5 seconds. You sacrificed so much for this report, yet you could not see such glaring mistakes. You called me Researcher Hoffman earlier, a name you haven't used since you took over Laplace 8 years ago. To avoid confusion with my sister, you and our colleagues started calling me Adler instead.
直接回退到8年前了呗。
How much data did you lose to impair your research abilities like this? Is this why you have to leave Laplace now? The progress you've made has helped so many, but at what cost to your own well-being?
We should go, Madam Lucy.
Goodbye, Researcher Adler. Thank you for correcting my mistake.
All right, fine. I'll take up that role and do what you've been nagging me to do. I'll take care of those pesky committees. But just so you know, I'm not doing this for the higher-ups who look down on us, but for the people who look up to us from below. Madam Lucy! All attention! Salute!
Simone, why are they throwing papers at me? Are they rejecting me and banishing me?
On the contrary, madam, they are showing their reverence.
Oh, I see. Let us go, Simone. I miss the Laplace Chargers already. There is a 230-volt bath at the resort, right?
Oh, 还有最后一批，这是啊，这个就不看了，这个就不看了，这个就不看了，这个就不看。大家拜拜拜拜拜拜拜拜，总算是把全主线全部看完了。然后再下来是明天不播，然后是周二播，周二继续打那个怪物猎人，继续咱们怪物猎人的生活了。这些手游啥的活动剧情啥的该走都走完了，然后就继续怪物猎人了。周二见，周二见，大家拜拜拜拜拜拜拜拜。
爱着秋刀鱼的猫说拜拜。